Far Beyond the Void is an original Dungeons & Dragons actual play live stream and is recommended for mature audiences. It may contain descriptions of graphic violence, coarse language, horror themes, supernatural themes, terribly lame jokes, and more fun stuff.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Far Beyond the Void. It's Saturday night, and tonight is a very, very special occasion. Who knows why?
Because it's Saturday.
Well,
yeah, Saturday night's alright for a fight because we're fighting ghosts. Is that where you were going with this?
that's not quite the direction that I was heading in, but I feel like everyone's lives are a little bit richer, having and well, I was going to say endured, but really being able to witness that.
Been graced by.
No, tonight's a very special occasion because it's episode 10. It's a milestone episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, double digits.
We made it, guys.
Oh, go us!
And
wow.
Yeah.
That's not.
None of us have died yet.
That's not counting Out of the Abyss, of course, because I have no idea how many episodes we did Out of the Abyss. I'm pretty sure we're doing it fortnightly, but we started late. I'm not even going to think about that. But it's episode 10.
It was a lot.
We started again. So congratulations for making it 10 episodes without dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet.
Are we going to complete 10 episodes without dying? That's the question.
That is the question. That is the question.
Probably
That
not.
is a good question.
If I was gonna put a percentage rating on it, I'd say you've got a good 15% chance that everyone survives tonight's episode. But you guys have you've pulled things out of your hat before in the past, so you might surprise me yet. Who knows? Don't start putting money on it just yet. Wait for the over-unders, and we'll see how it all pans out. Of course, this is Far Beyond the Void. It's not just me. I'm here, joined by your 4 favourite tabletop role-playing gamers. I am talking about, of course, the ardent Grace, the tetchy Mark, the demure Broth, and of course, no episode of Far Beyond the Void would be complete without the venal Alicia. How are you guys?
Give me a second while I Google this.
Just before we started with tonight's episode, I jumped on Google and looked up obscure descriptive words for people. Just to start off with a bit of a head scratcher.
Okay, so I'm enthusiastic, which is yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
But
describe it enthusiastic.
That just sounded very ardent, oh, you're angry. And I'm like, not really.
Ardent.
Well, I just found out why they call it ardent roleplay. Now I know. So you learn something new every night. How are you guys? Who's done something interesting this week? Anything you want to share? What have you been up to?
I mean, it would have been my birthday.
It would have been if...
Yay.
Birthday.
What happened?
If it was actually Saturday night.
Saturday
that this is airing
night.
for us.
Oh, right, that's right, because we're recording this episode, so people who are watching this...
No, this isn't recorded. We're live. Hi, chat. Hi, guys. How are you? I can totally see all the comments right now.
That's so weird, because it says pre-recorded on my screen right there.
Lying now.
It's lying to you.
Oh, damn.
Happy birthday, Ali.
Thank
Yeah,
Happy birthday! What do you think you're gonna get? Let's like a time capsule. What do you think you're gonna get for your birthday? And we'll come back again on the next live episode and see if it was right or wrong.
Considering I have already received 90% of my birthday gifts
What?
Oh, well.
by the time we're pre-recording this, I'll just guess and say money because that's safe.
Yeah.
I could do with a bit of that
Like
myself.
character death, maybe?
Oh yeah, I think a character
maybe
death, maybe.
Yeah, new character time.
Very, very possible. I mean, it's everyone's favourite thing, right? Making a new character. Oh shit, you already made your character, so really it wouldn't be much fun for you. But anyway, I did something today. I've already told you guys, but I haven't told the people at home yet. Yay! For the winner of our very first giveaway for Far Beyond the Void, we have the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, and we have the recipient sitting right down there. Fucking lucky person.
Rigged.
I do recall at the start of this competition, like, I had no points and everything, and I was just doing, I think I had 3 entries in there and like a 4% chance of winning. And I think Ali said, like, oh, watch Grace just win.
Yeah.
I think you did say something like that at some stage.
I was thinking it'd be really awkward if I won, because that would be like the second giveaway from Crit and Miss that I've won. I think they're the only 2 giveaways that have been run. So I was like, I hope I don't get it. And then I was like, no, I reckon Grace is going to get it because it's happening during Witchlight.
Witchlight.
So,
We might have to exclude staff.
Certain people.
Well, yeah, I could do that.
I think going forward it might be a good idea.
How am I going to
Well, I mean, that wouldn't be fair for the 2 of you then. I think for the next 2 giveaways, you guys should be able to enter.
No, because then we also have Jason and Loki and Elric, and Fizz.
you know what we should say? Because Grace and I are the only 2 in this like current chat that have won a giveaway, if I win the next one, it goes to Froth, and if Grace wins the next one, it goes to Mark. So they don't have... Yeah.
That seems fair.
And then once we've all got one, then we don't get any more.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
For some reason, the Stream Elements is very biased towards us.
And if Froth or Mark wins, it goes to me, right? That only sounds fair.
No, if
Only-
Froth
I've
and
already got
Mark win,
one.
it goes to me and Ali.
I'm the
you
only
already got
person
one,
though.
that's not allowed to
Yeah.
enter into it, and I feel like that's unfair. But anyway.
I feel like once Froth and I have got one each, then the next one that goes to any player in Far Beyond the Void goes to Sven.
I think so.
No, I don't want it.
That seems fair.
If it does go to me, then I'll find more people complaining about the things that I'm doing, and I've already got enough people doing that.
100%.
All right. Speaking of things that are unfair and things that people are complaining about, Mark, you weren't happy about how we finished the last episode of Far Beyond the Void.
Not happy at all.
For us, it's only been 24
Not
hours,
happy.
but the people watching at home, it's been a full week. What were you?
that's pretty
What were you
torturous.
upset about, man?
Cliffhangers.
No, I mean, cliffhangers are all well and good, but it's like, is it going to do enough damage to kill me? Am I planning my next turn? Like, or am I rolling a
Should I
death?
be rolling up another character?
I have something to add to that once we start gameplay, by the way.
Okay. Well, now I'm just interested. I just want to launch straight into it now because you
Let's
got
go.
me.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Me wondering what it is that you've got planned. All right. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. After all,
Okay.
isn't that what we're here for? Isn't that what the people at home want to see?
This is true.
They want to see our milkshakes, and they want to see us playing Dungeons and Dragons. I can't give them milkshakes, not yet, but I can give them Dungeons and
Not yet.
Dragons. So let's do
We're close to milkshakes, though. Couple more followers.
couple more, 21 more followers, and we're doing those milkshakes, baby. Yeah.
You gotta watch what you say.
Lactose intolerant people,
I
be
know.
aware.
I know, I did dub myself in for this one, didn't I?
You did,
Mhm.
and George really drove it home. So hats off to him.
know.
Great guy.
So good.
I can't even start playing Dungeons and Dragons anymore. It's just the thought of you massaging my nipples and playing my milkshake into the voice.
No.
Yeah.
Acoustic guitar cover performance with a guitar and a vocal. That's all I promised. Nothing else.
I am a role player and I have a very active imagination, so you can do whatever you want, but I'm adding extra
Okay.
layers of flavor on top of it.
You do you, man.
Whether it's
That's
canon or not.
Strawberry, vanilla.
your head canon is none of my business.
Exactly. Until I write a graphic novel, then it is everyone's business. We fade up in a small circular chamber. For a long moment, there is an all-encompassing, terrifying silence as the sickly yellow creature affixes its single eye on the much shorter drow woman, her features made even more severe by the dim purple light and the dark smears of blood that stain her cheeks. She stares back unflinchingly, despite every cell in her body screaming at her, urging her to throw herself to the floor and beg for forgiveness. She pushes those emotions to the side. She knows that the creature that stands before her, a Yoklol, would eviscerate her in a heartbeat if she would show even the slightest hint of weakness. She clenches her fists to keep her hands from trembling. Finally, after what seems like a lifetime, the deeply unsettling sound of the creature's voice rises up once more. And yet, you would not have summoned me here if this is all that you had to offer. Speak quickly, priestess, but know this. If there is even a hint of deception, I will tear your pitiful body apart and drag your screaming soul back to Lolth. She never tears her gaze away from this creature. I am a dedicated servant of our queen, she says. When I make a promise, I keep it. And yet, every day the Tabaxi lives is an affront to Lolth. Not to mention the heresy committed by the one who would dare masquerade as a priestess of Lolth. Their existence is a mockery of yours. I should kill you where you stand. She pauses. And yet, I have the one thing they want, she says, and she turns her head to look back into the corner of the room, where we can see a rusted iron cage, its interior lined with jagged spikes, and within that cage, his tail tucked between his legs and his head pressed to the ground, we see Bark, muzzled and emaciated. Then why have you summoned me, priestess? And Ilvara fixes the Yoklol with its steely determined glare. Because I need your help. We black out. We come back in to the graveyard where we finished last week's episode. Mark, you look unhappy. Something you want to get off your chest?
In character right now. You know, like in character but not, because obviously Patch doesn't know that, but if Patch had been watching that scene...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so sad. That is so
So we have to go back to the
sad.
Underdark.
How do they still remember us? Yeah, but we don't know that.
I know.
We don't know that.
I know.
Not only
Do we come back when we're a little more buff?
not know that, but who knows when this is happening? Is it happening in the past? Is it happening in the future? Is it happening simultaneously? No one knows, but the one thing that is happening in the present is Patch just got hit by a shocking blast from a will-o-wisp. And when we finished last week's episode, I didn't tell you guys what the damage for that was going to be. Do we have any bets? Over, under, 10, 20? What do you reckon?
I don't know, but I'd like to use a reaction if I could.
How dare you? Alright, talk to me about your reaction. What's going on?
Using
you
the
should-
astromeds.
I think you should make him tell us how much the damage is first. Unless it says in the thing that you have to do it before knowing that.
No, he'd do it either way, regardless.
All right, I'll tell you what the damage is.
I'm gonna.
It's really not that bad. It's 4 points of damage.
Ah.
I made you wait a week for that.
Wow.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, talk to us about your reaction. What happens? You see this this little light all of a sudden just begin to flare out of nothingness, and between Patch and this light, there's bolts of like flashing arcane energy, almost like that arcane energy you saw in that storm cloud before you arrived in Bral, sort of bridges the gap between this light and Patch. What does Drunbalas do in this moment?
Patch, what does he do?
Hey?
No,
You
Drunbalas.
said, Patch, what does he do?
You said you wanted to use a reaction.
I know, and then you said, Patch, what does Drunbalas do? And I was waiting for Patch to say so. That was funny. So, yeah, Drunbalas would throw out a hand like, no! And then shoot like a wave of force out that hits the a wisp, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Or something similar. And that's one of the charges from the Astromancy archive, reducing the efficacy of the attack by a d4.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I should roll with advantage then, because I forgot to do that last time.
To roll with advantage?
Yes,
What?
because it was invisible when it made its attack. So is that minus? Did you say d4?
Yeah.
All right. So roll that d4 for me. Oh,
I thought you rolled it. Yeah, all good.
nah, you roll it. It's more fun that way.
Okay.
That's
I
it.
like rolling. I'm not gonna lie. 4!
Rolling. Okay. A 17. Is that going to hit your AC? Then I made everyone wait the entire week for absolutely 0 points of damage. I guess that's why I shouldn't give my players a week to think about what they're going to do, because that's what happens.
Thought of that last time, to be fair, but yeah.
Right.
All good.
Well, you know what?
Oh, dear.
At least you've used your reaction. It moved. It made its attack. It's gonna.
Yeah, can we get a map?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry guys. I've got to
Yeah,
have
that'll
it.
help.
I'm already on the
Title
map.
screen.
You know what? I'm not going to move you guys to the map just so I have the advantage here.
Oh no.
Okay. There we go. There's your map.
Theater of the mind.
Do you
all
need
that.
to be next to them for that to work, Drunbalas, or is that you can do that at range?
Within 30 feet, yeah.
Within 30 feet. All right, you're within 30 feet. Fine. I don't like it, but because it's in the rules, I'll allow it. This is what a will-o-wisp looks like. Okay, so, Patch.
Mhm.
This thing tried to kill you with 4 points of damage, but Drunbalas literally just saved your life.
Yeah. Thanks.
Throw yourself at his
Thanks,
feet.
buddy. Good looking out.
Get out of there, Pat.
We've got other things to take care of right now.
Yeah, certainly do.
Alright, so I need to ask the party. Can I use the nat 20
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
For what reason?
to knock Verena the f- out so that we can heal her back up again, and so that we
Yep.
can just
It-
deal with
Just-
the ghost and
Just
not
get out of
have
there
to-
for now, man. You're flanked on all
I
sides.
got the cat.
I'm on
No
that. I'm
problems.
doing that at
Okay.
the same time. It's all good.
Alright, so,
Bonus
using
action,
the
hidden step.
natural 20 card.
Yes, but not immediately. Bonus action, I'm going to hidden step.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll use the nat 20 first, then I'll do that, because
Okay.
since I'm using the nat 20, this works out a bit better, I think. Or do I need the distance?
Alright, but when Marina
No,
dies, just know that's not my fault.
Yeah, no. So the nat 20 is going to hit regardless, it doesn't matter the disadvantage. Yep, alright, so let's do something a little bit reasonable. I'm going to cast... I'm just going to produce flame.
Oh,
So that'll be...
this isn't a Hydra, it's a will-o-wisp.
I'm aware.
You're gonna Hydra her?
No, I'm going to use produce flame to reduce her to 0 hit points. and then I'm going to heal her. If it works.
All right.
If it
okay.
works.
Let's
Let's just. I've got to do enough damage. Hang on. It's a cantrip. It's normally a +8 to hit at range, but with a natural 20, that won't matter.
Straight up hit. Yep.
And it'll be 48 damage as a crit. So if that's enough to take it down, I could do something a little bigger, but I'm worried about going too hard.
How is it that much damage as a cantrip?
It's normally 2d8 because it levels up as I get stronger.
Oh,
so
right, yeah, it scales. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they scale. The 24, 48 is only just, no, I'm going to need to do a way bigger spell.
You're going to have to roll the damage here for me as well, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just going to change the spell to Guiding Bolt off my star map because it's a much bigger spell. And I need to be, hang on. No, I was going to do that. Correction.
It needs to be down.
By the way, guys, you had a whole week to think about this, so.
Yes, whole week.
Few hours.
I'm just going to reach my hand out and cast Inflict Wounds as I touch her on the shoulder.
Okay.
At second level.
And all right, great. Roll me a D100 and a D20, please. Let's raise the stakes here. Right. Let's make things interesting. Ooh. All right, that's Wild Magic Surge takes effect.
The D100 is a 13, and the D20 is a 14.
All right. Full spread it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the D20? Sorry, 13.
D20 was the D20 was a 14. The D100 was a 13.
So 13. Good news for you, because you just regained all of your expended sorcery points. Yay! Do you want to re-roll? Because that's stupid.
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No,
all right, fine.
That's fine.
You regained all of your sorcery points.
Yeah, so rolling damage. Hopefully this isn't too much overkill.
Come on, massive damage.
49.
Damage, 49. Is that massive damage? Verena, talk to me. You've got 24 hit points left. You have to go 50% your maximum.
That kills me.
Fuck. No.
And Verena dies.
Like proper?
No.
I owed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely
You
nothing.
lose 24, then there's what, 25?
25 left, and I needed 21 points to die.
I am so sorry.
Would you like to retcon that?
Please write
not
on
us.
that.
I mean, that's up to the dungeon master, not me or any of us.
Even my most positive expectations about what was going to happen tonight did not count on Hatch using a guiding bolt at point blank range with a natural 20.
Wait, there's one chance. There is one chance. It's a cleric spell. It might fail.
Alright. I tell you what. Roll me. And I want Verena to roll this.
If you kill me, I swear.
I'm
so sorry.
50% fail chance on this spell.
Oh my god.
So what do we need? Above 50 is it fails or it succeeds?
Let's say if you roll a 51 or over, you're alright. If you roll 1 to 50, that's it for Verena.
I'll roll to DM if I can.
Please do.
Because that's entertaining.
Oh god.
I can't.
That's so brutal.
We've lost the grace.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
I just need emotional support.
Verena goes down. No, wait. No, she doesn't. Because when Patch begins to mutter his prayers to Tal Ashren, nothing responds.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 wasted.
And Verena lives to see another day. You are so goddamn lucky. Because if you think for a second that I wouldn't have killed Verena right there and then, if you think that I was going to let you retcon that, you are so goddamn wrong.
No. I'm just so. If I'd gone Guiding Bolt and the same thing had happened, there was no that roll because Guiding Bolt isn't a cleric spell for me. It comes from my star map. It's a fucking druid spell. It's. If I hadn't switched at the last minute, and I'm just like, it's D10s, right? Like, yeah, that'll do enough.
I cannot believe you rolled an 88. Look, I'm gonna say I'm being pretty benevolent here when I let you roll that 50% miss chance because you used the natural 20. It should have just been a straight up hit. But I like to gamble, and you are so goddamn lucky. But that's that natural 20 used. That's your action used. But hey, look at it on the bright side. You got your sorcery points back.
Yeah.
You've still got your movement action. What do you want to do here?
Well, first of all, for bonus action, I'm going to hidden step and turn invisible.
Alrighty then. Okay.
Knock that off.
Keep me honest with that. Make sure I don't target you.
That's,
So you are still visible. It'll just be a
yeah. I'm not hidden. I'm just.
Okay.
And I can't be seen.
All right.
I can be located, but I can't be seen.
I like it. Oh my god, what a way to start an episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought Marina was done for there, and I wouldn't have even had to do anything for it.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm just...
That was great.
Whew. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so bonus action, hidden step, and then kind of taking note of what Drambalis has said. I'm going to go 5 feet that way. Does Verena or the Will-O-Wisp attack me as I do so?
Invisible. They can't take attack of opportunity.
Oh, they can't?
No.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, and I've already used my reaction.
15, 20.
She used their reaction to roll a D100.
25,
Oh, shit.
30. Get myself to there. And duck down behind the wall and get ready for my next turn. That's me.
Alrighty then. Probably one of the most hair-raising turns in in Far Beyond the Void just yet. For a second there I thought we lost Grace. But Marina, you live to see another day. You got a lucky stars there. So, but this isn't over yet.
Watch that.
This isn't over yet.
Sliverbark's turn.
It is Sliverbark's turn. What do you do, Sliverbark?
Kill Verena.
Well,
if you want me to give you a natural 20 so you can attack Verena, I'll allow
it. Go on, do it.
So what does that do for, like, Verena's gone down now?
No, the spell failed.
The spell failed.
Either the spell failed or she died. So one of the two.
No damage. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have something that's a bit more appropriate.
Yeah. Just cast it at first level, not second. And it would have been fine.
Just hit with a weapon.
I disagree.
That wasn't going to be enough.
I should have rolled
the crit.
I should have rolled the D100.
Nah. Short sword.
Anyway. Past is past.
2d6 plus whatever. Like, yeah, nah.
Sliverbark's turn to kill Verena. What do you want to do?
I'd like a 10-foot 10-foot radius. There we go. I'm going to place it over here. Drambalis raises his fists up and like as if he's slamming them down. And as his fist comes down, you just hear this almighty shattering thunder. And he casts a shatter. For a 15 con 15, whatever you want to call it.
So we need a Constitution saving throw from my Will-O-Wisp. Let's find out if they've got a good con or not. 14. No, it just failed.
Does Gadget have disadvantage on the saves?
It's not a 4. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Because they're a construct.
You get...
yes.
So the construct takes more damage. Is it? Or...
I would think so, with Shatter.
Yeah, a non... stone, crystal, or metal. Disadvantage on the save throw.
Yep.
Disadvantage, cool. Oral gadgets again.
That's metal as fuck.
That's not funny.
Gadget.
It's so weird.
on an undead
The
concept.
inspiration.
Gadget got a 13. So that's a fail, but Verena passes.
I did roll the wrong level as well, but anyway, we'll keep it as is.
How much damage?
11, only 11.
11 points of damage. Alright, chipping away. Could still turn things around here. It's possible.
I'm just so glad she didn't die. I actually thought I was gonna puke. Holy shit. I couldn't imagine Allie. Like, here we are all freaking out. Allie must have just been like dying on the
phased.
inside.
She's ready.
I knew it was going to happen.
She knows it's coming.
She's already got another character. Well, she's fine.
Alright. So, this is the shatter spell, so it makes this, like, loud sound.
Yep.
And everyone takes 11 points of damage. That failed, right? And is it half damage for those who succeed?
Yep.
So, Verena succeeded, I think. She's going to take 5 points of damage. Or 4, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I'm a dungeon master, I don't care. Alright. Anything else you want to do with your turn? Sliverbark.
I don't think so, mate. What I'll do, actually, is I'll harness my divine power to regain a spell slot.
Alright. Here you go. Alrighty then. Lady Verena, it's your turn. You know what? Just swing away there.
I need to. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I will just make 2 attack. Actually, no. Gadget will move first. Boop, boop.
Nice.
To be on that side, and then Verena will take her attacks. Do I get a flanking bonus?
You do
from
get a plus 2.
Gadget?
Yep. Absolutely.
Cool. That's 13 to hit.
Technically, Gadget's not supposed to move until after Verena's turn.
Is that
They take
true?
their turn immediately after.
Oh, there
so
you
they
go.
take their turn
Alright, so no
immediately after.
+2.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, that's 11 anyway. I wasn't going to hit.
No. 2 attacks though, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you hitting me?
Yep, an 18 will hit.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Did you go reckless
Yep.
last turn?
Nope.
Nope.
12 points of slashing damage.
Points of
And
slashing
then-
damage.
Gadget will take their attack.
I did rage though, so
Yeah.
we're in the clear.
Yeah, Gadget will make their attack, which is...
I need to find some sort of item that gives me resistance to psychic damage, and I'll just be absolutely impervious.
That's a
at
22
later
to
level-
hit. Yeah, to hit Thrash. Fuck.
Yeah, that hits, so that's a 7 damage.
No. I haven't rolled damage yet.
I saw 14 to... Oh, it's a 14
That's
to
a hit.
hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Me stupid. Ignore me.
That's
You dumb
8 points of force damage.
4 points of force damage. Or is that halved?
Because she's raging. Are you
Are
raging?
you giving
Yeah.
me the damages
And your bear totem?
whole numbers or half?
Yes.
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers.
5 is whole, so 2.
Done.
No. It's 4. Whole number was 8, half was 4.
That's me.
And I'm back. What did I miss? Anything fun?
Thrash took damage.
Nah.
That was it.
Okay, Thrash took some damage. That is fun for me. Fun for the people at home.
For everyone.
And fun for everyone. Thrash likes it. Okay, so she'll live forever. She's got a lot of hit points. So everything is fine. Moving along. Let's go to the top of round 3, and we're going to go to Thrash's turn. Round 3. Let's. What's Thrash do?
Seeing as it's my turn now,
Yes.
what I might do, if you don't mind, is I'm going to attempt to grapple Gadget, if that is okay.
Yes, you can do that.
Let me just see, because I've got the grappling feat, so I just need to reread. I haven't grappled someone in so long, so I actually just need to like
That's been
John
Cena!
Another grapple check. Creatures both restrained. Okay, so I'm gonna grapple, and then I can make. If I succeed on the grapple, I can make a check to restrain both me and Gadget.
Okay. Can you do that on your next turn, or is that something like immediate?
It says you can use your action to try and pin a creature grappled by you by making
so it'll be
another
your
grapple
next
check
turn.
if you another grapple check next turn.
It's another action.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attempt to grapple Gadget.
Grapple and move away.
Yeah, that's the plan. Grapple
sounds like a sex
and
game.
tussle in the gravel. So I'm gonna grapple Gadget.
Grapple Gadget.
And then I am going to use my entire movement speed of 145
Yep.
Which
to
will be hard
dash away.
carrying something.
So yes, correct. Halve that.
No,
So-
no, it
Oh,
won't
yeah.
be halved. It won't, because in my level up, I got a special ability now where I get advantage on carrying things that are heavy when I'm
Doesn't
raging.
mean
That's
that you
my.
don't halve your movement speed. It's just an advantage roll on any checks you have to make because of
Let
it.
the barbarian
that's
speak. You got a
Let
case you want to
let
make?
me see. Let me see.
I think it
where
doubles your ability to carry things. Your weight.
Yeah, hang on.
It doubles your carrying capacity.
Yeah, so it's still going to be
yeah.
half movement
No,
because you're
okay,
carrying
so
a.
it's
Yeah.
still a thing.
But that's still 72 feet. Like,
Rashing,
72
okay.
and a half
Yeah,
feet.
that's still a lot of movement. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna attempt to grapple it anyway. I have advantage because it's an athletics check, I'm guessing, normally.
Yes, so it's a contested athletics versus athletics or
Acro.
just or acrobatics. So let's get those checks.
Oofed,
I wouldn't
there's
worry
a nat
too much about
20.
it. Because I don't think you're going to be beating that.
I nearly
You're
rolled two
also-
nat
Anyway.
20s
Yeah,
for the record.
just
Nearly.
in case. No, never mind. I was going to say just in case
Unless-
you also have bless, but
Unless Sven wants to spend his nat 20.
I don't.
Down.
Not yet. But Verena, you do get an attack of opportunity because she's moving away from you. And you know what? Now you can take that flanking bonus. It's a new round.
Sure.
Another,
Does the wisp also get an attack of opportunity? Oh
It
no, it
is-
doesn't get reactions.
No, the wisp-
Right.
also it's further south, isn't it?
I don't think it's
No.
within 5 feet.
it's in that square. It's in that square, so it can. It is within 5 feet of you technically. It's just that it's a small thing,
Okay.
so it doesn't
Oh,
look like it, but it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we go.
No. Okay, that's okay. Well, I'm going to use 75 feet of movement. Sorry, I just have to scale the map back a bit because I can run so very far. Where should I take Gadget?
Away.
Ooh, go to the edge of the Rock of Bral and just like a
No.
cat that's been scratching
I
at the
know.
doors.
Yeah,
No,
but then
no,
you guys
no, no.
are a tank down, aren't you?
Fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Fine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
fine.
Verena's pretty down.
Just
Okay,
like
yeah, I'll just pick up Gadget and we're gonna go for a nice little run all the way over here.
How are you going to run that?
How far do you go?
I can move.
Well,
I think it's 5 feet because that's half of 145.
Yeah, it's a little bit over.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine. Thrash runs off with Gadget. Gadget, Thrashing.
Excellent.
How can you go 145?
I have my normal 40 feet, and then I have feline agility, and then I have that extra thing that escapes me of fast movement, 10 feet while I'm not wearing armor, and then there's
No.
another thing that gives me a thing where I can move. Hang on, what was
I
it?
think you're thinking about the dash action, which you can't take because you've grappled.
Yeah.
So
That's true. Okay. so
And
it's
you also
it's
didn't
still 80
stand
feet.
still for a turn, I don't think.
I think
she-
No,
used
she
it
just
you have
before.
to
can't
stand
do it
till
ag-
after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So that's still 80 feet of movement.
Normally,
Which would get you 40.
so you would get
which
40
me
away.
40.
Yeah, that's still
So
good.
Which is like-
That's still
that's
good.
still far. That's
Yeah.
still pretty far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I overestimated. I apologize, everyone.
That's right, just,
I was
It's okay.
All good.
Try not to cheat in the future, and
sorry, no more metagaming. Sorry, guys, cheating. You caught me.
Alright, speaking of cheaters, it's my turn. The Will-O-Wisp's turn. And the Will-O-Wisp has one target near it, and isn't going to differentiate between something that's possessed and something that isn't possessed. So let's make an attack here with my Will-O-Wisp against Verena / Luciere. Let's find out. It's going to be hits. 15 is not
Miss.
hit, unfortunately. There you go. You have another look at that. Patch, it's your turn. The Will-O-Wisp has turned against Verena and is now trying to strike her with this arcane energy. It tries to zap her, but it arcs up against the fence, like the steel railing of the fence. You can see the tip of the steel railing glowing with a red hot glow.
Excellent. Patch, from his little hidden spot, he's going to move up to the gap so he can see through.
No longer invisible.
What?
Right? Start of your
yeah,
turn?
That's right. Yeah. Start of my turn. All right. So,
Hidden behind a post, though.
yeah, right. True. All right. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine because Verena still has Fairy Fire, correct?
Oh, yeah, she should. Yeah, so
No longer
that.
invisible.
Oh shit, that's okay.
I forgetted that.
What about that? Yeah, me too.
Turn
I
off
think we all
invisible.
had a bit of a dum-dum moment there.
With my action, I'm going to cast one of my interchange cantrips, a new one that I haven't casted before, but it is a bit of fun.
I feel like I
Thorn
should
Whip.
have made my attack with advantage.
Okay, yeah, you should have.
I'm going to do it.
I'll let you do that, then I'll do this. Okay. So rolling with advantage to hit Verena with Thorn Whip.
I really don't like that it says Will-O-Wisp fall.
Wisp.
Yeah, neither do
In
I.
the-
Does the 21 hit you? Or are you going to shield it?
So,
It
misdirection.
hits.
I found this out. In
Alright,
order
so
to confuse the players, you add more than
Fuck.
actually is and then delete some. Ooh, 2 points
2
of damage.
piercing damage, and she gets pulled 10 feet closer to me.
Oh,
No save.
you broke one of your nails, Verena. I'm sure that'll be annoying when you're no longer possessed.
Alright, and with that being fuck all damage, my bonus action, I'm going to use the Archer Starry Form ability and try and do a bit more damage.
Okay.
Bonus actions. That will also be an advantage. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Yep. That will be D8 plus 5, so 7 more radiant damage. How are we looking?
Fine.
Down
Still
to 10
standing?
points, I think it is.
Yeah?
Well, not to metagame.
Wow,
Probably shouldn't have
Lee.
said that.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not asking points. I'm like, is she still standing?
Hmm.
You know? Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and then, so I've moved like 5 feet to get to there. I'm going to back up another 5, 10 to about there, and that'll be me.
Okay.
Alright, Drambalis, you're up.
Keep him running, Patch, as he shoots a bolt of fire from his hand. I don't want anything too powerful in case I bring her down. That was very close before. 23 to hit.
That's still close. It's not that bad. But that's pretty good. Down she goes.
11 damage.
So round 3, Sliverbark's turn. 11 points of damage. Yeah, she goes down. And -1 hit.
Alright.
Arena falls. As she falls.
Patchwood is still technically Sliverbark's turn.
Still technically Sliverbark's turn, absolutely. But
Get in
let me
between
just-
her and the Will-O-Wisp, maybe?
I still have movement left, yeah.
Let me tell you what happens first, because as Verina's body falls, you see her collapse to the ground, and as she collapses, this other wispy, ethereal, ghostly visage standing where she was standing just a moment before. Right there, because I can't put her on top of it. So it's right next to her. As Verena goes to 0 hit points. Sliverbark, aka Drumballis, what do you want to do?
I will check my inventory quickly. Can't do it. Okay. I'll just move back a few steps. And I haven't seen that before. That's new. Patch. We're gonna have to get in there for a heal somehow.
I'm on it.
And that would be the end of my turn.
Hey guys, does someone want to fill me in?
Verena's down and a ghost appeared.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
It's all going
Is
according
the
to
cat still
plan.
wiggling?
Yeah, it's kind of not sitting still, as I'm assuming Gadget is like back kicking Thrash in the face.
I feel like it'd be safe enough to let Gadget go now.
That's true, because it's only going to protect Verena. Thrash will just let the cat go and be like, I'm sorry. It was for the cause, I swear.
Okay, is that,
Like that's the cat.
is that the end of your turn? Brandy Glass?
Yeah, man. Yep.
You've got so many names now.
Grandfather's Brandy Glass Sliverbark. I don't know how that happened, but
Alright.
Brandy Glass Sliverbark. Yeah, okay.
Death save?
No. Constitution saving throw.
For me?
Yes.
Can do.
A very, very important Constitution saving throw, because as Verena falls and the ghost steps out of her prone body, you see another one of these Wilburs suddenly flare to life right next to her. Oh boy. Yes, I rolled a stealth check to see if it could get there without being noticed, and it rolled a 23, just so everyone knows. With the 24?
Mm-hmm.
You're alright. It does not kill you.
Cool. Am I using death save? No.
Now you can roll a death save, yes, because that's the end of my creature's turn.
Do you want it to you?
Yeah, roll it to me. Let's keep things interesting.
Really like that idea, us rolling death
Really is.
saves too. I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should know how close to bleeding out someone
Our
is
friend
that's
is.
down without doing a medicine check, and that medicine check would be used at the same time to hopefully stabilize them.
Now, it is my ghosts. What does my ghost want to do here? You guys just laid the heat down on Verena. It has a bone to pick with Verena, specifically. You know what? Let's roll a d6 here.
We did tell it we were her friends.
You did tell it that you were her friends, but it hates Verena more than anything else in the entire world at this point. So I guess... alright. What I need from Patch and Drumballis and Thrash and Gadget is a wisdom saving throw. Everyone is in 60 feet.
Interesting.
18.
15.
That's cool. Blessed.
12.
Deep.
12.
16.
Is Thrash blessed?
Yes.
Thrash is blessed.
You go ahead and roll
Should
that d4.
Thrash be worrying?
Don't worry, that was
Because
mine.
Thrash also has inspiration.
Well, I'm not going to tell you that, are you? Am I? Until you
What?
decide whether or not you're going to use the inspiration. You're going
Nah.
to use it?
I'll live. Nah, it'll be fine.
Everyone saves against this creature's horrifying visage, because as it steps out of Verena's body, you can see that once again it has its face missing. And you can see like this undulating core of like flesh and muscle where its face should be, and two empty eye sockets where its eyes should be, as it turns and lets out a horrifying screech like "Ah!" And that's that. And now I have to decide who I'm going to attack. And it hates Verena. It hates her so goddamn much. So it's going to attack her. And she is currently unconscious, incapacitated, which means it rolls with advantage.
Yep.
So... I shit you not. It's an 11. Even with advantage. So even while unconscious on the ground, somehow this ghost, just in its absolute pure state of rage, just cannot get its coordination. It's now in the material plane, and you know what? It's in daylight, so doesn't affect it technically, but it's having an effect on it. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of the creature's turn until it decides to do something else. But yeah, that'll do for now. So back to the top of round 4. Thrash, the troublesome. You see this thing trying to pull Verena's body apart.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure what I would be able to do. I'm going to... How far away is it from me?
40.
50 feet. I'll use my
get close.
bonus action to dash, which will get me 40 feet. And then
can
I'll-
you do that?
Well, a standard
My
action
bonus
dash.
action to dash.
No, that's a rogue
Oh, I
thing.
thought it was... Oh, standard action to dash. No, I'm an
Yes.
idiot. Sorry. I will just use my 40 feet of movement to get pretty gosh darn close.
Mhm.
I think that gets me almost up there.
Almost.
So you're dropping gadget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A gadget was dropped ages ago,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Dropping gadget.
technically, no, it's dropped now.
No,
Correct,
flavor was, yeah.
Yeah.
And how far does that put me out?
10 feet.
10 feet. Is it worth using my special thing?
Yes.
What special thing?
We don't know
Yeah.
how close Verena is to death. If
Oh,
it
your
can get
reaction,
you there or
of
do
course.
something, do it.
Yeah, I'll use my special thing. I'll sacrifice a rage to move up to 20 feet in any direction of my choosing.
Well, you can move up 20 feet and you can rage at the same time. And because you grappling is an attack action. So you did attack last
Yeah.
round. So
Yeah.
all right, okay, yeah, you can use it as a reaction.
Yeah. Bang.
Nice.
Sorry, movement, reaction, and now I'm gonna hit it.
All right,
Cool.
swing away.
Just hope she survives
Damn,
the
that
list
thing
and
is
we'll be
so
fine.
helpful. That I cannot overstate how invaluable that amulet has been given to me. Like, I feel extremely privileged to have it. Anywho, yeah, I feel like it's almost too good. Oh, that's nearly a crit. That's a 25.
Close.
So close. And 19. Dang, she's angry. She's real angry. And I'll just roll damage. That's 8, 9. So that's 13.
Yeah.
And then... 15, 16, 17 on that one. So 13 and 15.
17.
13
and 17 is 30 damage total.
30 damage total. Alright,
Yep.
not bad.
Yeah, she's angry.
Whack. Nice one.
2 big swings with the axe. You do some damage here, but your axe swings through it. So it might not be as much damage as you hoped it would be.
Bonk. Oh, you don't have bonk.
I don't
Alright.
have bonk. Oh, actually, do I have bonk?
That's where you do. I don't think I had bonk out when I went down.
have a maze.
I was casting
I have a maze
spells.
in my
Yeah, you have
inventory.
bonk.
Yeah, because
Magic
during the
maze.
fight with the elemental, we had bonk.
I'll go back and I'll
Okay.
review it. If there's a problem here, I'll go back because I can't quite remember anymore.
Yeah,
Should be keeping
look, I
better
won't
track.
use bonk.
Mhm.
I won't
Right.
use bonk because
can
we
chuck
can't
you-
verify that we have bonk.
I can
But
chuck you Truth Seeker on my next turn.
yeah, that'd be great. Coordination.
Great. Is that the end of your turn then? Yeah, reaction. You've already used
Yeah,
your
that's
reaction.
everything. That is everything.
It's all done here. All right. This Will-O-Wisp number 4. So just for the people listening at home, so we get a bit of a clearer idea of what's happening, we have the battleground now. We have the ghost right in the center of the combat. To the west of that, we have Lady Verena down. And directly opposite her is the Will-O-Wisp. To the north, Thrash. And 10 feet to her east, we have the Will-O-Wisp. Gadget's 40, 50 feet to the north, and we have both Patch and Dranbalas to the south. Sorry, I almost tripped myself up there. So it's my Will-O-Wisp turn, and he can move over to there. And what I'm going to need is another Constitution saving throw from Verena. I'm going after you.
I know.
This could have been anyone, just so you know. I'm not. I'm not
It would.
No, of course.
11.
11. You're alright. Patch.
Oh,
Turn.
fuck for that. Alright, I'm going to immediately run over here to Verena and use my action to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Alright.
So I will find, and this is at our last long rest I did some reworking of my prepared spells so that this is now a druid spell, so there's no chance this is going to fail.
Okay.
3d8 plus 5.
How convenient.
18 hit points.
18
You can have a look on my sheet if you like. Yeah,
No,
so
it's
you get
fine.
18 health back, Verena. And then for my bonus action, I will set some cantrips. I will Starry Form, Archer Blast. Probably the Ghost, I guess, at this point.
Alright.
While saying to Dranbalas, like, if you've got some protection magic, now's the time.
I just want to mention something as well
Yes.
because I've been completely forgetting.
Yep.
I technically have 1 point of exhaustion, if not 2, at this point in time.
Oh, shit.
So that's save if I have 2 points of exhaustion because I went unconscious as a 9.
Oh, shit.
Is that a critical one?
Oh.
How
Yes.
critical was that? Oh.
I know what this creature's ability is. That's why I remembered that I have that.
That's about as critical as it gets. Alright. Let's think about this.
You're not retconning, right?
Let's think about this. Do you have 1 or 2 points of exhaustion? Before you went down.
Before I went down, I had 1.
1 point of exhaustion. I'm gonna. What do you guys think here? Does she get the point of exhaustion when she gets back up, or when she goes down?
I would say it's going down. But
I'd say it's
like
going
that's
down.
how I would have ruled it.
No, I think going down is fair.
You think
'cause
going-
that's when...
That means Verena's dead.
Because I don't think
I know
there's not much
I know
of
I'm
a
kicking
precedent
myself
here,
in the
so I want to
arse.
make sure that I'm doing this right. Bro, what do you reckon? Up or down?
I think fingers off the chest piece, man. So I'm gonna say up.
Well, I mean, yes.
Because I was going to apply that. What I forgot was to apply the because Kareska gave me basically the crit instead of a hit, and I forgot to use that when I did my that AOE spell. So,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? This wasn't a condition of one of my creatures. This was a condition on Verena. So should I be remembering the conditions on your characters? Yes or no? No?
Not each other, as I'm aware.
I am the dungeon master. Are we going to roll another 50% chance here?
I feel really bad because she should have died earlier, and in this instance, she should probably be dead.
This is a conundrum.
Where are you? All right, so these rules that put this taking exhaustion when you go down, where do they come from? Let me read them.
1D&D.
It
might also be variant.
I believe it's a variant one. I think it's also like strongly tied to the new exhaustion rules. So I guess, I mean, I think what we need to do here is we need to roll another percentile dice. I think that's what we're gonna let the dice decide. You got lucky the first time. Whatever we land on this time around is how it's going to be. If you are lucky...
I give my inspiration.
No, there's no inspiration on my percentile dice. So this is going to be a 50-50% chance. 1 to 50.
Do you want to roll it?
Oh, I'll just go over. I just want to go over this in my head.
Yeah.
So 1 to 50. That's it. Verena is gone. 51 or higher. She's alright. You know what? I am going to roll it. I'm going to roll it on the table for everyone to see. People at home watching to see. This is the third time now that Verena's almost been dead. Let's find out.
But it's all happened on Bral.
Oh,
just like to mention that.
I did say, Civilization, your greatest challenge yet.
Right.
Here we go. Roll.
No, I can't watch it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yes. It's okay. It's okay.
Wait.
3.
The opposite of Serathol. Oh my god! Holy shit!
You live forever, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, well that sets the precedent. You get the point of exhaustion when you get back up. From now on.
Alright.
Okay?
Let me add that.
Which is now.
I really thought I had it.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I'm not done either.
I forgot. It's still your turn.
Yes, I've moved slightly. I've used my action. I still have a bonus and some movement left. So for my bonus action, I was going to use my Archer Styrofoam Blast at the Ghost.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Go ahead. And Verena, give yourself those hit points back.
Yeah, I have.
I'm going to take a step this way. Is the Will-O-Wisp going to attack me?
You know what? It's not going to attack you.
Okay. Just because had I not done that, I wouldn't have been able to do this at normal. It would have been a disadvantage. 19 to hit the Ghost?
19 to hit the Ghost is a hit.
Excellent.
I believe.
11 damage.
11
radiant damage.
Radiant damage?
Yep.
Okie dokie then. 11 points of radiant damage.
Yep.
Fun. That's fun.
10. Fuck. Alright, then move back in. 5, 10 across to here. And then can I toss from here for using my free item interaction. Toss Patch my short sword. Toss Thrash my short sword.
You want to toss her a short sword? What short sword are you throwing to her?
Truth Seeker, the +1 short sword that we got from Art.
I mean, the one that you gave back.
Oh, we did too.
Please take that out of your inventory.
Didn't we get one from something else or something?
Nope. That Truth Seeker is the one that you found.
I remember giving...
Yes. That's the one that you found in the sewers. You gave it to Patch, and Patch gave it back to Talon and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, Patch pretends to throw
I don't have a weapon at all then.
To Thrash.
In which case, there's no point in me moving back there, so I'm going to go back to over here.
Okay. Alright.
We had Bonk on the ship.
This is a
Anyway,
Yeah,
we'll have to
we
triple
did.
check.
rough.
I wasn't wielding it when we were in the Underdark dealing with that drow. I hadn't gotten close enough yet. I was casting spells,
And I'm
which meant I would have had my spellcasting focus in hand, which I can remake.
No, but I think, to be honest, we agreed that everything you were holding in your hand at that point dropped, weren't
Except
we?
for the shield.
No, because I still had my shield, and the other thing I would have been holding was my star map, which I can remake.
No, you were in melee with them when you went down.
I was?
You were in
Yeah.
melee range. Now,
Well,
you didn't
I'll
drop
take
the
Bonk
shield
out.
because we rolled a percentile dice to see if
Yeah.
it was hanging onto your forearm by a strap of some sort, and you
Yeah,
rolled
yeah.
high enough, but I think we dropped the...
Yeah,
we dropped
we did
mace.
mention this earlier, like a few episodes ago when we were down in the sewers, because Verena did offer Patch her longsword and Patch denied it.
That's right.
So
Oh, no, I think he
No,
took
I
it, but he gave
used
back.
it for a while, but I gave it
Yeah.
back when we got
Yeah.
the short sword, and then I gave the short sword back to its owners.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have been a monk.
Alicia, how are you feeling?
fine.
You good? Not worried?
Yeah, I'm raring to go.
All
No,
Okay.
just defied death 3 times down.
3
Right?
times. All right, Sliverbark, it's your turn again.
Sweet. No worries. Shoots his hand out in front of him. Looks up to the sky and says, Araska, fill me with your power. And he's going to use that crit, if that's okay, that he
Yeah.
was gifted to whilst he was at the top of praying. He's
here
going to cast... Definitely. We're casting Chromatic Orb. So I don't really need to, hit the cast button because it'll be a crit to hit. And I'll just roll the
The cast
damage. and
button
we'll
marks
see.
off the spell slot for you.
Yeah.
20 points of
I
damage.
could crit this spell as well.
On.
And so that's normal damage. We're going to change it to crit damage, but it'll be on the ghost dude. I don't know
Okay.
how you do that, the crit damage.
Well, you got to roll another 5d8 then.
Roll another 5d8. All once, please, if you don't mind.
I think you just need to right click on the damage
Yeah,
roll
normally.
and it'll say roll is critical.
But
Okay. How much damage?
5d8, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So 5d8. And it is. Wait for it. 10
10.
points damage. What kind of damage are we talking about here?
Lightning damage.
Lightning. Okay. So total of 30 points of lightning damage. Cool. I like it. I like it very much. Chipping away here. Some of its form begins to give way as your chromatic orb slams into its chest. It bursts into a brilliant white flash of light. You have to look away for a moment, but when you look back, it's still there. Anything else you want to do?
I will call my familiar down, the raven, and get it to fly around its head and just try and, distract it.
All right. Okay. I need to add something here. Is that just a flavor thing that we're doing, or?
Yeah, I'm just hoping it'll maybe...
I
Close
mean,
enough.
technically a familiar can use the help action Therefore, whatever creature attacks it next would have advantage.
Going around its head. How fitting that a raven would be involved in this situation. All right. And we lift the crow's veil here. That's the end of your turn. Then we're moving on to my will-o-wisp, which is going to be the one directly to the west of Lady Verena. All right. One of my kids is still awake. All right. Let's. You know what? Let's make things interesting here. Let's use a natural 20.
Oh no. All right. He really is going for you tonight. Bloody hell.
Yeah. I said this last week. That because I have a second character, he can go all.
I know.
All out.
Called it.
I'm playing the characters as they should be. These things smell life essence. They want that life essence. It's the thing that they crave more than anything else in their life.
Barely life
this
essence.
could have been Patch.
Yeah, it absolutely could have been.
Record. Yeah, if we're talking about how it smells life essence and it craves life essence,
Yes.
don't you think it ought to go to someone alive?
There's a
Wouldn't
crow.
someone alive have more life essence than someone who is on the brink of death?
No.
Like, these are just your words.
No.
No?
No, absolutely not. It's going for the easy target here, something they can drain without it being able to
Fair.
fight back, and that's the person that's
I see.
unconscious. So
That's better logic. I understand now.
It's still got survival instincts of its own.
let's have a look here. All right, Verena,
Damn it.
27 points of damage.
Oh.
Down. You
Yep.
Not again.
go. Roll me a death saving throw for me, please.
Can do.
Watch it be an out one.
When
I'm
I
just saying.
when this situation resolves itself and you find out what was going on, you'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But
That's
we've got a little while
-2,
before
by the
we
way.
get there. Alrighty, thank you for that. So that's your turn. Now it's the ghost's turn. It doesn't like Verena, but everyone else seems to be having a good hot go at it as well. So I feel like it needs to defend itself. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Let me just read this. Okay. Try this. Nope, that's unfortunate. Then we will just go with a attack here. I'm going to go 1 to 2 will be Verena. 3 to 4 it's going to be Thrash. So let's roll a d4. Let's find out. 4. God damn it. Alright. It's coming at you, Thrash. Oh wait, I actually need to roll
Hit me.
first. No. No, that's a miss.
No.
Sven,
Yes.
dig my own grave.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a con save?
Did I miss something?
Well, you've been making me do con saves every single time I've gone down.
Yes,
I
but
think that's in the will-o-wisp.
yes. So
Yeah, okay.
you've got a
That's
chance
a
here.
good-
Turn, yeah.
Got a chance. You got a chance, but that's a miss on Thrash. This creature tries to stick its hand straight into your chest, trying to grab your heart, but you slyly and deftly step out of the way. Top of round 5, Thrash.
Okay. God, I've got to be really smart about this. I don't have magic weapons.
Tough choice, yeah. Tough choice. Do you finish off the ghost? Do you finish off one of these will-o-wisps? What do you want to do? Can you finish them off?
Can I stabilize Verena? Like, can I do a medicine check?
Do you have a kit?
I do, but it's not my turn.
No.
I don't, but I thought anyone could attempt to do a medicine check and stabilize someone.
You need a healer's kit to do it, though.
You need a healer's kit?
You don't need to be proficient, but you need to have the kit. Pretty
That's a gosh darn shame, because I can't just patch up her wounds with some playing cards.
Have you ever seen a combat this close to death for this long?
sure. Great.
Christ.
Reach into the mysterious vortex, pull out a healing potion, and feed it to her.
This is true. I am going to reach into the mysterious vortex, pull out a healing potion, and feed
Thanks,
it.
chat.
Thank you, guys. We love you. You're the best. All these efforts go towards healing Verena up. One potion is one prayer.
One potion can heal, can feed a starving African child for 3 months.
Right, so Spen, how are we doing potions when people feed them to other people? Is it action and just roll,
Action,
or action full amount?
Rolled.
Rolled.
That's the way we said it. Is like if you take it yourself, you can have the whole thing.
Action.
But if you're
rolled,
feeding it to
yeah.
someone, it's rolled. Yes.
Yeah, cool. All right,
So 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
that's the one.
Am I rolling it or you, Grace?
No, I can roll it.
Okie dokie.
I've been rolling quite well. Yeah, it's not
I
bad.
think the person who's
Okay,
been rolling the
that's
best
6.
here has been Alyssa.
Very
so
nice.
far.
Yeah.
No about that.
Yeah, I should have just let you roll.
I don't know. You're still alive.
And on 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yes. We need to get you some rest.
Bloody
You
hell.
die at 6 or 10.
This, I'm not gonna lie, this next turn, oh no, because she's up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my
We need
concern,
to
was like
actually
will-o-wisps.
Kill the
Okay,
monsters.
But
We
okay,
actually need to kill them.
this is what I was saying before, is that Will-o-the-Wisp ability is a bonus action for them, so when they downed me, they could have used it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not an action for them.
Sorry, I should.
That's why I was like, did I need to make that check?
Oh wait, I didn't read it properly.
Oh.
I guess hands
So-
up the chest piece now, but I don't think I read it properly.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it
I mean,
does
you
say that.
can down me again and try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right, so I don't have my natural 20 anymore. I wasted it.
Right.
Damn you, life! You gotta remind me of this.
Ali, we have advantage on the board for your saves.
Yeah, but
Hmm,
still not.
that'd be
Great
nice.
position
I
right now.
think you need to use
I know.
it. All right.
Still.
Okay, that's your action.
I still have movement left.
You do.
Can I use half of... No, she's not down, is she?
Nope.
No.
No. I was gonna, use my movement to drag her away from the fight.
And take all the attacks of opportunity, which I would get, because Sven's looking for a way to kill me now.
You
I am.
wouldn't, because it would be
You're not
like you have to
moving,
move
I
away
am.
yourself. You can be dragged.
No, I
away.
think it's as long as you're out of their threat range.
I
can
believe
still
it
take the attack.
stipulates willing movement.
movement.
Okay.
It's willing movement.
But
I mean,
are you going
would
to resist?
Verena willingly allow me to drag her away from the fight?
Yeah, I think it's more like if you had an action to grapple her, she could choose to fail the grapple, but still wouldn't necessarily willingly be being dragged away. She's just letting you grab her,
That's
right? But
true.
then, yeah, so that's very that's probably up to Sven on that one.
Would you say
What am I gonna say?
it would, because I'd be doing it at half of my movement and not even my cool person movement, my normal...
Well, that's
Basic
what happens when you
bitch
drag
movement.
someone anyway. So that's
Yeah,
not like,
that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's not a
no.
But
bargaining
you don't
chip,
have an
that's just
action.
the
No,
rules.
no, I know. That's... Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That is
Yeah.
true. And I use my special thing.
Alright.
Yeah.
Do you have any other bonus actions other than to rage? Which are you still going to be
Yeah,
raging if you
I
haven't
attack-
taken damage? And you just used your action to healing potion. Oh, you've got until your next turn. That's right. You can attack
Yeah.
on your next turn, and you'll be fine. Yeah, all good.
I don't think... Let me hang on. Oh, we are really scraping at the bottom of the barrel on this one.
That's how
Wow.
combat should be. Everyone clustered in the middle and just trying to kill
Tense
one
as,
person.
man.
I'm feeling fine.
Yeah.
I've only used one spell slot.
Yeah, I've only used a couple. Like, I've still got heals for days.
All right.
Like, so long as we time things right, because there's like a couple of things in between, like, me and them taking being able to take people down. So.
You're not going to make a little ghost boy be a liar, are you?
I can chuck a heal in, man, if you need it.
I mean, I can't think of anything that would give me that as a bonus action other than my thingy-majiggy, but I've already used that. So, yeah, Verena's just gonna have to get howled on again. That's fine. I'll wait till next turn and then I'll drag her away, depending on her state of being.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what my will is going to. So let's not drag this out. $12 is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's my Will-O-Wisp turn, basically.
You are so lucky, it's insane.
Done. Yep.
That's so good.
Alright. Yes?
Oh god, I'm doing this to myself at this point.
Shoot.
Do I technically still have fairy fire?
No,
on
you
me?
do not, because that's long gone. Because it's up to me. I can drop it at will. I would have dropped it as soon as you went down.
Alright. Okay. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna...
Why do you keep doing this to yourself, Ali?
Because it's fair.
They're quiet.
Things.
It's just fair,
It's true.
We want to do things properly.
Alright.
Sven is also playing.
The Will-O-Wisp
To be fair. So,
is going to fly into the air.
Okay.
It's going to go... You know what? 35 feet straight up.
Leaving my threat range?
Leaving your threat range.
Hit it.
Can I attempt
And
to hit
thrashes.
Yeah, sure.
Thrash, hit
and
it.
mine.
Yep.
And the ghosts.
And the ghost, technically. But I don't think the ghost is focused.
And it's already attacked the ghost.
My ghost is not taking that attack of opportunity.
it? So nat 20.
Yes!
You are fucking kidding me. A natural
And a
20.
12.
Who's dropped my keyboard?
Oh, shit. Okay, with the 12 is a miss. And the natural 20 is a...
Yes. Can I do that?
Yeah, I mean,
Can
you if you want.
I do a reckless of the attack?
Oh, does Reckless have
I
to
don't
be on
think
your
you can
turn?
on reaction.
No, sorry, my
Oh,
bad.
okay.
My bad, yeah.
Oh, boo.
Sorry.
And that hit too.
Oh, what about your bless? Add your bless.
Oh, that's true.
D4.
Yeah, D4 to the
Yeah,
12.
you can add D4 to it. Sure, go for it. So the 12,
Is it gonna matter?
the D4.
Yeah, plus
No,
3.
Nope.
2, so 14.
Two.
Damn.
The natural 20 does hit though, so
16 points of
16
slashing damage.
points of damage. Splashing
Magical
damage.
slashing damage, correct.
Well, it's a magical weapon, so...
Yeah, it's a magical slashing.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good hit. But the thing flies up 35 feet straight up into the air. And moving on, Patch, it's your what they traditionally call a turn.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to, because I want to be able to do some damage and be able to give Verena some more hit points. So at 3rd level, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on her.
Healing Word. Talk to me about Healing Word.
Healing Word's a bonus action, range of 60 feet. I added some words, it heals a person.
Druid spell.
It's a druid spell.
Yes, it is a druid spell.
Roll me a D100 and a D20, please.
Here we go. Well said. Alright.
Whoa, wild magic!
Right, so question, just in case this does some kind of radial damage effect, does the healing apply at the same time, or before, or after the surge?
After.
After?
Yeah.
Damn it.
What do we got?
So use the D100, that is 50.
50? Yep.
And the D20 is a 1.
How do you get sorcery
No, I think
points?
that's not so bad.
Alright.
So 1 on the D20, 50 on the D100.
You are
What happens?
I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you what happens. Because what happens is...
Pot plant.
Here it is. All allies within 20 feet of you gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls on any ranged attack they make within the next minute.
Ranged weapon attack.
Ranged weapon attack, yes.
God!
So,
Yeah.
I
Not
have
really gonna do
crossbow
anything to-
bolts. I have
Attack
crossbow
and
bolts.
damage.
Alright,
Yeah,
anything else
cool.
you want to do on your turn, Ash?
oh yeah, that heaps. Yeah. So let me first of all mark off this 3rd level spell slot.
Unless you want to attack with your +3 longbow that you forgot you had?
No.
No?
Ew. 9 hit points, Verena. Sorry, it's not more, but I rolled a couple of 1s and a 2.
Lame.
So that's that. Yeah, I know, like super lame. So that was my bonus action. And then with my action, I am going to cast. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move into here.
Mm.
Where am I gonna go? Damn it, Verena, you're in the square I need to be in.
Rip.
Yep, I know.
Go the one way.
I'll just have to go to here. No,
I'm gonna
it's like
say-
I need to be in that square.
Moving
Yeah.
past that fence will be like squeezing, but it's fine.
Yep, that's fine. Alright, cool. I'm only going this far, so
Yep.
it doesn't matter if it costs me extra movement. And then I'm going to cast Word of Radiance, targeting the Will-O-Wisp to my left and the Ghost to my right. They need to make me Constitution saving throws DC 16.
Constitution saving throw. Start with a Will-O-Wisp. 5
Oh,
fail. Ghost.
Also, do you want a D100 to see if this Cleric spell passes or fails?
Yes, please. Fail. They both failed. But let's find out. Does the spell
76.
fail? That is a success.
Yes. And so they failed their saves?
Yes, they both.
Alright, so they both take
No damage.
4 radiant damage.
4 radiant damage. Hey.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Could be worse. Pretty far,
And that'll
far
be
worse. I can read the damage. Right. No 4 radiant damage. Okay. Yes. Alright. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Drum Ballas.
Sweet. So, Brandy Glass, looking out, seeing what's happening, is going to focus on the Ghost and the Wisp, and almost like in Star Wars when they're using the Force and the Force grip, it's like he's sort of holding him. If you can imagine that, and like the Dementor sucking someone's whole soul out, you can sort of see that kind of effect draining out of. As he casts Bane, he's going to cast Bane on those two.
Okay.
A disadvantage, which is basically a D-4 then in your case, on all of those. And then he's going to bonus action.
Attacks, ability checks, and saving throws.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
But don't they get a save initially to see if it can affect them?
Oh, yeah, that's true. So that's a Charisma 14, sorry. Thanks, Mark.
14.
Job.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go with this one. So the Ghost succeeded. Is it everyone that has to make this? The Will-O-Wisp and the Ghost?
Not the one that's 30 feet up in the air, because I'm assuming I can't reach it
How far? What's the range?
30 feet, but I'm still 30 feet back. I mean, I could have moved up, but then I'd have to be like right underneath it.
You can cast it over the top of Verena's head, and I think you'll be able to get all 3 of them.
Alright, yeah, okay, then we'll do that.
Alright, so the one to the northeast southwest of Verena is going to get a natural
to be that
20,
guy.
so succeed, and the one that's up in the air fails. So
So one
only the Will-O-Wisp in the air fails.
That's fine, and I'm going to do another healing word on Verena as a bonus action. So it looks like that life energy is
No, you're not.
You know what? No, I'm not. Oh, there's 2 spells, damn it. Yeah, okay. No,
That's why I
gotcha.
cantrip for my damage.
Ah, okay. Oh, good. It gets me every time. Anyway. Oh, good. I'll stay there where I am then.
Staying where
Yep.
you are. Alright, it's my Will-O-Wisp turn. Which one is it? Oops.
The one to
That
the left, I
one.
think.
Over there. What's it going to do? What's it going to do here? It is going
Come
to...
get me, little light dude.
That was awesome.
It's going to go invisible.
Fucker.
And it is going to fly. 35 feet up in the air as well. Whoops, that was the wrong thing to do. Can't do that. It's going to fly 30 feet up into the air. 35 feet up into the air, in fact. And invisible. So we'll add that to the there, and then we go to Verina's turn. You just got back up.
On my turn, I will. I'll use two branding smite on my sword, and then I will attack.
Patch.
I think the only one I can hit is
The ghost.
the ghost.
Yep.
The ghost.
So I will hit the ghost.
Hit the ghost.
Uh, 23.
23 is, unsurprisingly, going to be a hit.
Coolius. And then that is
Poor Patrick Swayze. He didn't deserve it. He just wanted to make some pottery with you.
actually no. She wouldn't have hit the ghost.
She
She wouldn't have.
Okay.
Take that back. She wouldn't have.
Why not?
She'll instead just use firebolt on one of the will-o-wisps.
Using Firebolt on one of the will-o-wisps. Okie dokie. I guess that's an attack roll, right?
Yep.
Okie dokes. Go ahead. Roll that attack.
It's a fail.
Fail. Okay. With a 13, yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah.
-3 or whatever.
That's the inspiration.
Yep. That's my turn.
Alright.
Oh, I'll get Gadget to move as well.
Okay.
So easy to
Alright, I can't keep a straight face anymore. Alright.
That's Patrick's turn, right? Yeah.
Patrick Swayze's turn, and as his bonus action, he's going to turn into Gargantuan Patrick Swayze.
I know. Is he really?
No, he's not. But it's fun. It's fun to imagine what Gargantuan
God, I
Patrick
hope not.
Swayze would have done. Mega Swayze. He is going to attack, and he's going to attack Verina. That's what's going to happen. He comes up behind you and gently puts his arms around you, but then he, unlike the movie, squeezes you. I don't think he gets
Just
any
a hug.
bonuses. A hug. It's just a nice, friendly hug. But imagine Patrick Swayze, but with... Yes! There we go. Finally.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no. No.
Finally, the gods are on my side. Natural effing 20. Alright.
Done.
Roll that crit damage on the Withering Touch as Patrick Swayze gently puts his arms around you and squeezes. Oh, look at all those dice! That is amazing. 36 points of damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait.
Is that going to be
That's
enough?
just enough. Just enough
No,
to
it's
kill him.
not. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Wait.
21. Oh, it is too.
21.
Fuck.
oh.
Puts his arms around you. You feel Patrick Swayze's beautiful hair brush up against your cheek as he leans in when you look over, hoping to see that glorious, beautiful 80s icon, but when you turn to face him, you see a horrifying hole where a face should be. And he whispers into your ear. He's like, "You stole my life, and now I steal yours." And his arms retract back, and his hands bury deep into your chest. of a sudden you feel a tenseness inside your chest. You try and breathe, but the air won't come. Like you're drowning. Coldness envelops you. And you see Verena fall.
And Gadget.
And Gadget crumbles. Wait, doesn't Gadget last 8 days? Isn't that something that you
Nope.
said? Nope.
If I die, Gadget dies.
Her infusions last beyond her death for a while, but not Gadget.
Yeah.
Alright,
So you can loot the corpse.
And against the odds, against everything, Lady Verena Whitlock dies. Right there in front of you.
And her form is also translucent, blank human body.
I have a big hear me out coming, but I'm waiting for my turn. It's a
Round
huge
6.
hear me out, and I'm going to roleplay it.
Thrash, you see this happen, but you've seen Verena go down multiple times before in the past, but you've never seen anything like this. As she falls, her features fade away. You see this pale, humanoid, colourless form collapse down to the ground.
So, last week for you guys would have seen this because you can't see my character sheet, but I actually changed Thrash's alignment to chaotic good. As soon as Verena hits the ground, Thrash lets out this animalistic roar, and tears just start streaming down her face, and she's going to go at the ghost, and her alignment is going to change back to chaotic neutral. I think she's so, like, you know, she has lost literally everyone in her life. Literally everyone she's loved.
Hold off. Fuck the ghost up. Hold off on changing your alignment just yet.
Nah, I think the alignment's changed. I think that ship has sailed.
Okay.
And she is going to attack that ghost with everything she has, which means a reckless attack, because she is very motherfucking angry right now. And would I be able to use my inspiration to recharge my thingamajiggy? It's okay if you say no.
You recharge your...
My special, you know my special necklace that gives me like an extra rage? Or like, I think we agreed, like,
I got you. As a reaction. Do you have a rage left at this point?
I have multiple rages left, like I have 3.
You don't need to use that. You go into a rage. I think the circumstances allow for you to use a rage at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit it really fucking hard. If
I'm gonna say
okay with
recklessly
you.
as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna reckless. No, it's happening. Like, I'm recklessly attacking. She's very pissed off. Oh, come on. 18.
Yep.
And a... No, thank God. And 20, but I rolled a nat 1 on that. Even though it was advantage.
That's
I'm
fine.
not sure how you want to take
Advantage
that.
overrules it. It's an 18 and 20, and they're both a hit.
Sweet. So she's gonna roll damage on that. Yep, stay where you are. So that is a 13, 14, 15.
Tell me how you kill this ghost.
Tell me how I kill this ghost. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. As I said, Thrash, like, lets out this animalistic, like, tiger roar. She's a snow leopard, but you can go with it. let out this absolutely animalistic roar, and tears start streaming down her face, and for the first time in a long time, her vision blinks to red, and all she can see is red as she just takes her axe up and just totally, much like Ront, cleaves this man completely in half.
Give me 1 second here. I just need to check something. So we had...
No, that's okay.
I just saw your message there, Davina.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Rena should be on death sentence?
Because according to page 75 of the player's handbook, damage needs to reduce you to 0 hit points, and the damage remaining needs to equal or exceed your hit point maximum to kill you instantly. It only dealt half.
Homebrew that to half, like a long time ago.
Yes, I've always done half.
Yeah, it's back damage. Yeah,
that's fine. I was just double checking.
But it has to be in a single hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right. No, that's. I just want to make sure we're
while you're reading messages, Ben. Did you get mine? I'm gonna do this in character regardless.
All right. Let me have a look here.
Just you tell me what I can get away with when it happens. It's not my turn yet, though, so it's...
So many moving parts. I love it.
All right. Okay. Let's resolve the death of this ghost.
Mm-hmm.
First of all. Because your axe cleaves through this thing. I'm thinking like the first swing goes from head to tail, and the second cleave comes back up. So you swing down with a mighty blow. It cleaves straight through the ghost, and its form begins to split in two. Your axe smashes into the stone pathway below, sending sparks which go flying 10-15 feet. With that animalistic roar, you bring your axe back up from crutch to head, straight through that exact same line, and the ghost splits in two and dissipates as the two halves fall down to the ground. And next turn it would be my Will-O-Wisp turn.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have movement?
Yes, you can still move if you want to move.
Okay. No, she's kind of dead at this point. Everyone thinks she's dead. No, that's right. That's all good. She's dead, canonically. So. Oh, she is dead. She's dead, isn't she?
She's dead.
Oh, she's probably dead.
Right
okay.
now, Verena is dead.
Okay, well, Thrash is going to run the 5 feet in front of Verena and is going to start freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'm good.
Will-O-Wisp turns invisible. And begins to fly away. 50 feet. So does the other one. And we can come out of combat if you wish.
Patch is going to immediately drop to his knees, turn over his battered shield that he's repaired with mending, looks at the symbol of Talishrin upon it, and closes his eyes, and he says this in his mind so that no one else can hear him. And he's just like, Charles Vadan, you can hear me. I once served Talishrin. I know the truth of what that was now. I need your aid. If you do this for me, I will serve you faithfully. You know what I'm going for here, Sven? Does it work? Do I hear anything? And as in fact, I'm just going to try, and I'm going to lay my hands on Verena and attempt to, as if I was what I want to become, cast Revivify. See if it works.
You know what? Roll a legit check.
Hey. $21.
21 on the religion check. You do hear something. As you look down, you see Verina's eyes are moving, but her lips begin to move, and only you see it, like something is reaching from far beyond the void to speak through Verina's body. It says to you, you say in return. It's almost like time has stopped.
Thank you, Master. I apologize for my absence. If you allow me to bring back my friend, you will have me as your eternal servant. I shall never look away again.
Swear it. Devote yourself to the cause.
I swear it.
Then lay your hands upon this servant of the truth and raise her up.
He does so.
Verina, you find yourself lying in a pool of placid water. You can feel the wetness in your fingertips and in your hair, and you look from one side to another, and you can see that you're lying in a shallow pool of completely serene, still water. Above you, the stars, galaxies, as far as your eyes can see, and surrounding you, a thick blanket of fog, not unlike the fog that you witnessed when you were in the ethereal plane. And you hear a voice, the voice of the young boy that you saw not moments ago when you were in the ethereal plane. You look up, and he's sitting beside you as you're lying there, and he says to you,
So sorry. I was hoping it would be this soon.
what do you do?
I'll look up at him and kind of hold my hand out as if I'm like grasping his cheek and say, "Don't worry, darling. At least you'll never be lonely again."
He leaned into you as you brush his cheek, and unlike before, when you helped him fix his toy, there was no sensation of touch. Now you can almost feel the warmth as your fingertips brush up against his cheek. And while you're doing so, you feel alien presence, something malevolent, something tugging at the essence of your soul, trying to force you back into the material plane. And the boy looks at you and he says,
Something else is here. And he looks towards you.
He looks towards you and he says,
Please don't go. Please stay. I don't want to be lonely anymore.
what do you do?
He's gonna glance around to see if there's anything else, and then look back at him and say, I don't want to leave you. I don't understand why they're meddling with this. I want to be able to choose for myself for once.
He looks towards you and he reaches out his hands to you. Do you take it?
Mm-hmm.
You take his hands and all of a sudden overwhelming sense of just that all things are right envelops your soul. And we flash back to Patch. And I'm sorry, but nothing happens. And what do you do?
Just brings his hands back and turns them over a couple of times. Looks down at the shield on the ground with the emblem on it, across to Verina's dead body, and then he just kind of looks up at Thrash with tears in his eyes, and he's like, I'm sorry. I tried. And then he's going to get up and walk away.
No. Thrash is going to get on the ground and start hammering on her chest. And, like, tears are just absolutely cascading down. And she's like, I don't want to put a pin in it. Let's unpin it. Come on. No, you're not dead. This isn't funny. Wake up. Come on. And she's just, like, absolutely manic at this point. And then after a while, she just kind of stops and realizes that she's actually not getting up. And she just sort of stands up and wipes the tears from her face and walks away. And I'm changing her alignment again.
John Bullis is kind of standing there in disbelief. He's not going to crouch down because he didn't have that close connection like Thrash did. But what he will do is from underneath Lady Verina, you see a silver metal disc start to appear underneath her to lift her up. with grace and honor, which is floating disc, and he looks up to the sky and just and lightning just spews out of his mouth and crackles through the tree branches and leaves, and there's a bit of a display there as he comes back and just hangs his head in shame and shakes it. We could have done better. We should have done better.
We did everything
I think
we could have. People in this world just leave us. Not because of us. It's not because of us. It's literally never because of us. It's because people in this world just leave us because they're just not strong enough. In the end, that's what it was about. She was just not strong enough. And she picks up Gadget and she'll take Gadget to wherever Drumballis is taking her body to bury Gadget with her.
Before we start moving, Drumballis would take his cloak off, throw it up in the air and catch it with his mage hand, which would then drape it over the floating disc.
Are you guys heading towards the gate, or?
I don't know where to head now.
Patch headed in that direction. You'll probably find him waiting at the gates for you guys.
Maybe we should find an open grave, I guess. Hate to suggest it.
We're at the right spot.
I think that's something you need to like check in with the city about, right? I kind of feel that's like, can't just dump her in any old open grave.
That's a lot.
Or just dump her somewhere on the side of the road and just leave a note. Can you just bury that one for us?
Maybe we give her a maybe we give her a space funeral.
So she can get caught in the anti-magic.
The gravitational plane and get stuck on the side. Does Gadget still have that crystal?
Yeah.
Does Gadget still have that crystal from Ku in him?
Yeah.
Would it be easy for Thrash to take out?
Oh, Gadget is just a pile of scrap metal.
A pile of shit.
They have no form.
Yeah.
But the gem is it's still there. The gem is there if you
Thrash is without to make sure absolutely no one is looking, she's gonna take the gem and then watching Patch and Drumballis walk away, she's gonna look at this gem and I'm making a promise right here. This is never going to happen again. And then she sort of shoves it in her rucksack, I guess.
As soon as you hold the crystal, you hear Verina's voice come from it. And it says, you will kneel before a servant of Neverwinter.
From beyond the grave. Wow, snap.
Shut up. That's traumatizing. That's not traumatizing at all. And Thrash just starts crying all over again. But stoic, and these tears are just flooding down her face, but her face is totally deadpan. She's neutral evil now, everyone. By the way, for the record.
So, talk to me. What are you doing with this body? Where are you taking it? Where do you go?
That was
what do
a
you
good
do?
question.
I think back to the ship
God.
and arrange a proper burial.
Back to the ship. That's the
Not
temple.
crying.
Or maybe to the temple.
Yeah.
But did we know enough about Verena to know that she had no stock in other gods? Would she have been upfront about
she
that?
had a god. She said she
Or except for her own?
I mean, if you're looking over her body, you'd probably find a symbol of her god.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you loot her before you honorably lift her up, or after?
I'd say we'd look for valuables, not to loot, more to
Sell.
respect.
Sell for a profit? No?
Sell? Yeah, to sell? No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure Drambalis would do it. Thrash is probably too emotionally vulnerable by now to be like, let's look for her license and registration so we know what god she follows.
Yeah, okay. Drambalis, you give this body a once-over as you're leaving the graveyard. What does he find?
He finds a large, it's not actually large, but it's a sizable gem that's tucked away with her tools. Finds her longsword, which he would know is magical. Obviously her armor and her shield, which are also magical. And he would find the letter that was given by the Talashran people. He would find the symbol of her mercenary guild. And he would find a small holy symbol, which is a picture of a skull without its jaw on top of a sunburst.
Ooh.
Can't believe that just happened.
Right, so I'd be respectfully lifting the items up and handing them to Patch and Thrash. And I'd like to have a hear me out moment. I'd like to burn my inspiration to do something that's not possible, but for flavor. The floating disc, as it sort of materializes and lifts up, I would like to be able to shape it into like the shape of a casket or a respectful cup, you know.
Real quick, the other thing that he would have found is her signet ring.
And the ring.
Which has her family crest on it.
Right. And then turn it into the shape of the coffin as it floats with us somberly.
Yeah.
Whilst the raven perches on my shoulder and walk out towards the exit of the graveyard.
All right. You make your way towards the exit of the graveyard. That large, rusty iron gate, still bound shut with the rope. Untie the rope, push it open.
Oh, don't bother. Thrash does not untie the rope. She grabs her axe and slices it in half.
With a loud
very
clang,
aggressively.
She slams her axe through the rope, and the gate swings open with a long groan of resistance. The gate that's gone for too long without being looked after swings open. You see a couple standing out there waiting for you. As you guys leave, they just stand there and watch you in silence. And where do you go with the coffin?
I think we'd be heading back to
the ship, right?
The ship, yeah.
Heading back towards the ship. As you pass to the city, you see more than a few people who stop. And, you know, they know what's going on here. So they make way for you, and a few people stop and take their hats off their head as you pass them by. No need to use your inspiration for changing that into a coffin, by the way. And you make your way back to the docks. And as you begin to approach the gangplank, you can hear the sounds of Sliverbark and Guida in like a heated argument. Sliverbark is like, I don't understand. Why do you need to crawl over my branches like that? And just tickle me all over? Why can't you just use the rigging? Oh, the rigging, sometimes it's just much easier to get a purchase on one of your branches. And as you approach the gangplank, they stop arguing and both look towards you, and Guida stops and reaches up and takes his little sailor's cap off of his head. And you can see underneath his cap, he's got like a little tiny afro. And he holds it to his chest. And we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I hate to end things on a somber note.
Sometimes just gotta.
That's right. That's just the reality of adventuring, I suppose. Thank you to everyone who stuck with us for this episode. It's been one hell of a roller coaster ride. I think there was a few tears there.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Just a couple.
Just a couple.
I think we forget that, like, we all like to think our characters are immortal. Like, as much as
They're really
I joke
not.
that Thrash is never gonna die, there will come a time. Like, and I think we all joke about that, and we all like to think, like, but these guys are facing life-death situations every day,
Yep.
and it was only a matter of time before one of us.
Mm-hmm.
You can only cheat death
Could have been any of us.
so many times, but every single time it's a roll of the dice. And Verena got lucky in 2, 3, 4 times.
Oh, so many.
Without that critical hit, who knows what could be different. But
It's almost cathartic that Verena was the cause for Sliverbark's condition, and she
Yeah.
died to save him.
That's
Yep,
so sweet.
very true.
Yeah.
poetic, if nothing else. And for everyone who's watching this at home, if you saw the previous episode, this is not scripted. I did not plan this to happen. This is
Oh,
no. There's no script here. So this was Dungeons and Dragons, as raw as Dungeons and Dragons get. So, but these things happen, and you know what? We move on, and we let these, you know, darker moments be the driving force behind stopping the great and terrible evil things that are happening. So thank you, everyone. If anyone gave us a follow or a subscription tonight, thank you so much. We'll take a quick moment to thank all of our affiliates as well: Hermes D&D Services, Froth's Minis, Townsville Tabletop Guild, Evan Winston from drawingdragons.com. And we'll see you all again next week for the next pre-recorded episode. It's going to be a week for you guys, but for us, we're going to have to just straight back
10
into
minutes.
this. 10 minutes. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night,
See you
guys.
next time.
Love you.
Fresh.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.